www. These three letters have changed the world forever. Some might argue that the change has been for the worse, but the majority of the people would agree that the introduction of the internet has brought many changes in society. The internet offers unmatched facilities to countless people all across the globe, making it one of the hottest properties. Every coin is two-sided. The internet is also considered unsafe by many parents all across the globe because computer crimes are very common and most of the computer crimes involve the use of the internet. This paper will mainly focus on one of the biggest computer crimes, which is arguably pornography. With each passing day, the market of this crime is expanding. Internet child pornography is one of the biggest areas of crime being tackled by a specialized police unit in Northern Ireland. Pornography is a crime because it involves countless minors and they get exploited. Innocent children are misguided and framed in scandals. The police agencies in several countries are working round the clock to protect the people against this crime. When it is the right age for the children to study and make their career, they are dragged into the gutter of pornography and exploited for a really long period. The remaining of the paper will throw more light on this constantly growing crime. Pornographic material may be defined as something which stimulates the sexual feelings of an individual. Pornography may be broadly divided into two major categories, namely, visual and written. Pornography is also known as smut or obscene material. The term pornography comes from porneia, the Greek word for prostitute, and means the writings of and about prostitutes. Defining the type of material that qualifies as pornography is more difficult. It is a relative term, subject to interpretation based on people's opinions. Standards of obscenity have been defined legally in a consistent way. Society has changed for the worse. Pornography is impacting society, and it mainly targets youngsters. They become more prone to this evil and it leads to devastating consequences. There is no doubt that watching porn movies spoils the character of an individual. In addition to this, it also provokes a person to commit various crimes like rapes, eve-teasing, etc. Pornography is a very big menace in the society. The porn industry is growing with each passing day, and it is a multi-billion-dollar industry. This goes to show that the demand for such obscene movies exists. This is the only reason why such movies are produced and distributed. If there is no demand of a product, there will be no supply. This is the simplest of all economics principles. Considering all this, it is quite obvious that there is a demand for such obscene movies. Impact of pornography. Pornography impacts the society hugely. It portrays a wrong picture of women, it shows women exploitation, and it is a source with the help of which women are very frequently exploited. Many laboratory experiments are alleged to prove a negative societal influence for exposure to pornography. Results from different experiments supposedly demonstrated that exposure to pornography, particularly that which includes violence, leads to the degradation of women, the trivialization of rape, and increased likelihood of aggression or acceptance of violence against women. More and more number of people and young children are falling prey to pornography. Swedish politico Göran Urenius was caught with his pants down when the Göteborgs-Posten, a daily newspaper, revealed that he had moonlighted as a porn star. The 47-year-old Urenius is a local councillor in Härryda, 310 miles southwest of Stockholm, and has acted in at least 14 pornographic movies. There are numerous politicians who have been caught red-handed in their involvement with pornography. This is a very shameful thing because the politicians are supposed to be the representatives of the common people, and if they get themselves involved in such activities, then the people would lose their faith in them. They are supposed to lead from the front, but the reality is very different. Till date, there have been so many politicians caught for their involvement in pornography. Pornography has negatively impacted our society, and in reality, it is an evil which should be dealt with without wasting any more time. It is weakening our society and spoiling the future generation. Some big steps to counter the same must be taken sooner rather than later. These steps have to ensure that this menace is put to an immediate end, and it is high time to do it. Young generation has failed to realize the repercussions of the same, but they must be guided in order to make them realize. Pornography has already affected our society in a very negative way, and we can't let this trend continue. It is very important to find a good solution for this long-standing problem. Study Corgi can help you make your studies smarter. Visit studycorgi.com for more samples like this, study tips, and writing tools.